This video is sponsored by Value Testers, best tool company on the web specializing in high-end HVAC, heating, electrical testing equipment. They have whatever you might need. Sign up for special discounts and pricing. Link in description below.
Morning guys, October 22nd, 2019. This is a little bit of a different type of video. I'm hooking up a generator at my kid's house, a temporary one type of thing. She's gonna go with a Generac eventually, but I got a pretty big generator, really cheap, and I got it in a little plastic shed behind her house. And the electrician's gonna go over there and wire it up to the panel. And there's like a special disconnect switch that you put in the main panel, and we'll be able to run this thing to run her whole house if she loses power. But she's got a well there, and you know, heat and stuff. If you lose power in the winter time, sometimes it can be down for a couple of days. So this is just going to be temporary until she gets a Generac, which is a gas-fired unit. But this one here, I'll show you when I get there what I did. And this way here, if she loses power, she could feed the whole house with the generator. It's a 750, and I got a little plastic shed. I got it in behind the house there, and she just has to open up the doors and start. It's got a battery in it, and try to get you some shots. Like I said, it's going to be a temporary thing until she gets a Generac unit. So another freebie job for her. So it's kind of a little bit of an interesting type of video. I got one set up like this for my garage, to run my garage if I lose power. I'll show you when I get it all done, when I get there. Alright guys, this is behind her house. This is the AC that I put in for her. This is the generator. Just going to be temporary because she's going to get a Generac. Put a Generac in here, but she's looking around for a deal on one. Just open up this unit, and it's right there. I did have a leak on it that I ended up taking that apart and turning that a couple of turns. It was loose. Put a new battery in it. All she's going to do is when she runs it is open these doors. Probably going to get some bungee cords to hold these doors open. And there's the unit right there. Turn it on. Choke it. I got the unit cheap, so it's a 7,500 generator. So what we're going to do is we're going to just drill a hole in the sill and tie into this with an extension cord, and then the meters on the other side of the house. I don't know if we're going to go under the deck or what we're going to drill, but we'll figure it out when he gets here. It's going to run like a three-quarter PVC into this shed and put a box in there, he said. We'll see. Get her by for now. She's got a well here and stuff, so it's a cutler hammer. They get a special bracket that they put on this. That you shut this main breaker off. You move the bracket down, and then you could turn on the generator. And he's just gonna run a 10-3 wire all the way out and right out there somehow to that shed. Well, that's what it's gonna be. Now run the whole house. they'll run the heat. I was over here the other day running this oil line on the ground here. Once she runs out of oil, I'm putting this conversion burner in for her. What happened with this is it was a block line, or I did disconnect the vent. I think that might have been what the problem was, holding the vacuum. This is loose for now. I got everything taped off outside. They're not going to put any oil in this tank. Just using the rest of the oil out of the tank. But we're here to work on a generator. There's a hole right there. We could probably drill right out through the sill. And that's right under the deck. Pretty sure that's right under the deck there. I'm going to check that. But I think that's where we're going to go. I'll measure over and see where we're at. Alright, I measured from the window over. That's right where the hole is, about 8.5. So we could probably drill right through and come with 3/4 PVC. And then just whip it right into this. Like I said, it's only temporary. Probably 3/4 PVC and put a box on the inside with a cord to the generator. A couple of pieces of metal. We had to hold the doors open, as long as it's not too windy. I mean, it's like I said, it's just temporary. So if she loses power, she has capabilities of running the house if they have to. So think ahead here, guys. We got the panel off and we got the hole drilled. Just gonna run this 10-3, he said. Right out there, it's fine. I drilled right through that hole. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there was a hole there. I just had to drill through the outside deck plate. Alright guys, so we had to put this bracket on there. Bolted it in, four bolts. Cut off the excess with my grinder. And that's the breaker right there. So you can't turn that breaker on until you shut that off and move the lever up. And then it goes to this wire that runs out to the generator. He didn't bring a whip, so I'm gonna have to go and make a whip up. Let's put all this back together now. Alright, and then you can see the only way that we can turn this breaker on is we gotta shut this off, lift this up before we could turn it on. So that's what that's for. Alright guys, he didn't have a whip, so all I'm going to do is get an 8-foot whip. We'll tie it in with a male end on it and leave it connected all the time. And this way here she could pull this thing out if she had to. She's gonna get the stuff. She works at Lowe's. She's gonna grab the stuff at Lowe's, and that's it. It's gonna be ready to rock and roll. It's got it all stapled underneath. It's gonna be good to go. I'll come back tomorrow with the whip We'll make up the whip and we'll be ready to go. So all you gotta do is come over here, you lift this up, you shut this off, then you could lift this up, and then you could turn this breaker on, and then start the generator up and you'd have power. I got one like that in my garage. Alright guys, here's the plug we need right here. It's going to be a 4 connector plug. It's 30 amps. That's what the breaker is down in the panel. And she got 4 wire, which is a ground, a white, and then the 2 for the 220. She got 8 feet, so if she wants to pull the generator out. So we'll hook that plug up. There should be a white and a ground, and then the other 2 are for the 220. So you got a green one, and then here's the white. So you got the W, which you have to hook up to the white, and then the green is the ground, obviously, and then the X and the Y are the 2, the red and the black. So you got to make sure you hook up the green to the ground and the white to the white, and then the other 2 doesn't matter. Alright, so the green goes to the green. I stripped about 1/2 inch off and twisted it and stuck it in there. White goes to white, and then the Y is a black, and the X is a red. So the X and the Y, I mean, you could switch them either way. They have a 2, 110 legs, which is going to be the 220. But the white and the green is important. You have to have that proper. And you can see the plug. We'll get this together and we'll strip the other end and we'll get it together and we'll fire it up. Alright, so I got the green to the ground, the white to the white, the black to the black, and the red to the red. I'll just put this cover on, wrap it up in there, and then I got the cord that runs over. And it's 8 feet, so if they want to pull it out of this little shed, they can. But I'll just wrap up the cord in there. It should be fine. Before I start this up, I want to check the oil flow. The oil, see how much oil's in this thing. I think it's got a little bit too much in it. I'm going to have to take some out. Alright, so I got the cover on there. I just got the extra wrapped up there. It's plugged in. Should be fine. We'll start it up and we'll switch it on. We'll switch it over and see how it works. I put this here so it doesn't melt the plastic. A couple of these rods you can put there to hold the doors open. What I'm going to do is choke it, and we should be able to turn it on and start it up. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to shut the main power off, then pull this bracket up, and then turn this on, and the power should come on, should switch over. See if I can get you set up somewhere. So we're going to shut the main power off, main breaker. Then we're going to pick this up and turn this on. Now we're on generator power. And there's no way you could turn this on because of the way this is, right? So now the house is running on generator power. Then to switch it back over, shut this off, pull this down, and turn on the main breaker. Now we're back on city power. Alright, and see, there's no way you could turn this on because of the way the bracket is. This is the same setup I got in my garage. And the electrician ran the 10-4 wire right in here, which is 30 amps. It's a 30 amp breaker. And it runs outside, and everything's 30 amps. And that 750 watt generator is 30 amps. So that's enough to get her by if she loses power. It's just temporary till she gets a Generac. I put this board here because the muffler's right here, but it'll be fine. Just temporary if she loses power. And I got these rods here to hold the doors open so the wind won't take them. Because a lot of times, you know, you're losing power and it's windy out. It's in a hurricane situation, so there you go. There you go. And we just shut the door. If she's not using it, we just shut it and it looks like a shed. Keeps the water out of the generator. There you go.